Have you ever seen an old man with a gun walking down the street?
No, because we live in Australia where
And
guns are.
yeah, we got gun laws and stuff, so people
Yeah.
don't get murdered all the time. It's really good. It's really
Yeah.
great. But in America, it's probably quite often see an old man walking down the street with a gun, I assume.
Like a shotgun over your shoulder, or
Yeah, just average gun that shoots killing bullets.
yeah, does he wear a cowboy hat and
Oh
just
yeah,
celebrating?
yeah, maybe.
Yes, my hot dog's here. Bang bang bang.
Yes, my hot dog's here. This movie is starring one Robert Redman.
Food.
Ford. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Does he direct this? I don't know.
No, he doesn't.
Okay, he doesn't. Fair enough. Anyway,
But it is quote his final film. He's retiring from acting.
so he says. I mean,
So he says.
it might very well be, but so he says. I'll trust him when it's like 2 years later and he hasn't come out
Done
on top.
anything.
I mean, he's pretty old, but
Yeah.
he has been acting since he was very, very young.
Much
He was
younger.
like he was a heartthrob back in the day, you know. Ladies loved Robert Redford. Huge.
I think they still love Robert.
Well, they probably do, but I mean, like
Yeah.
he was a generation's Brad Pitt, I guess? Whatever,
guess.
Tom Cruise. I don't know who the fuck the girls like. Anyway,
Justin Bieber.
He was their generation's Justin Bieber. You said it, not me. Do you want to tell me about the old man with the gun?
Based on the true story of Forrest Tucker, from his audacious escape from San Quentin at the age of 70 to an unprecedented string of heists that confound authorities and enchanted the public. Wrapped up in the pursuit are Detective John Hunt, who becomes captivated with Forrest's commitment to his craft, and a woman who loves him in spite of his chosen profession.
I'm sorry, what? This is a true story? It sounds ridiculous.
Yeah,
Escapes from San Quentin at 70.
yeah,
San Quentin's like one of the highest prisons in America.
yeah. That's why they're making a movie out of it.
Right, well, I'm highly intrigued. Let's watch the trailer. This is what happens when I don't read
Excuse
synopses,
me.
but I feel like that spoils a lot
Need
of the
some
fun.
help?
No, I'm good.
Let me take a look.
You know anything about cars?
No, not really.
Fucking hell.
So, what did you say you do?
Well, that's a secret.
And why is that?
Well, because if I told you, you probably wouldn't want to see me again.
Who said I was going to see you again?
Would you?
He escaped in a
let's take
fucking
this
suit?
case. Say
Yeah.
It was a bank. And instead of that counter up there, that was really a teller's window. And you just walk in, real calm. So you walk right up, look her in the eye, and you say, ma'am, this is a robbery. And you show her the gun like this. And you say, I wouldn't want you to get hurt, because I like you. I like you a lot. So don't go breaking my heart now, okay?
You're not serious.
Mostly true.
Excuse me, I'd like to open up an account.
Well, great. What type of account do you have in mind?
This kind. This kind.
You said he was armed.
He had a gun.
You saw it.
Well, he was also sort of a gentleman.
He's very polite.
He seemed like a nice enough fella.
Look at that. Is he smiling?
5 states,
93 robberies.
in 2 years.
You think you can catch him?
Yeah, I won't lie. I'd love to slap the cuffs on him myself. So I hope I get the chance.
Try another city, baby, another town.
He spent his whole life locked up, except for the times that he broke out.
Somebody should have told him to quit while he was ahead.
Well, you find something you love.
Come following
And I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be.
You're never exactly where you're supposed to be, are you? Now, whenever I close the door, I think, is this the last time I'll ever have a chance to do whatever that thing was?
You know what I do when the door closes? I jump out the window.
Living is a gamble, baby. Loving's much the same. Wherever.
I sat down with him once and I said, surely there's an easier way to make a living. And he looked at me and he said, I'm not talking about making a living. I'm just talking about living.
That really, honestly, just seems like a trailer from yesteryear.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
Super charming.
super just, yeah. Like, I don't even, like, it's not even the story, it's like the way the trailer's put together, the music, just like
Yeah.
everything, the titles, everything we're looking at here. It's just, that was, yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, looked good. It sounds like an interesting premise. like a
Oh,
fun,
Yeah.
enjoyable film.
Oh, it looked great, honestly. I mean, I hadn't read enough about this. I knew that it was his quote unquote last film, but that was full stop to me, and I didn't like look up synopsis or anything else like that. That looks really, really good. That just reminds me of a like 70s kind of, or like a 70s
vibe.
movie kind of thing, like a back in the old day, which I suppose makes sense if it's going to be his last movie. It's more of a thing. And it's a Fox Searchlight picture, so it makes sense, I guess, because they put out like their indie-ish kind of movies.
For a heist movie, it looks very upbeat.
Yeah, well,
Everybody's smiling the whole time. Everybody seems to be pretty happy.
well, I this is the kind of thing like we've talked about with other like the Netflix documentary things where I'd love to look up the guy and the story and all that, but I kind of don't want to at the same time, which is always the problem. But it just seems like the thing's upbeat because it's just about a guy who, you know, understands what he's doing is wrong, but
Loves doing it.
And he's not from what I could gather from that, he hasn't killed anyone. He doesn't seem like the person who would kill someone.
No.
Maybe shoot you in the foot to get away kind of thing, but he doesn't seem like someone who would kill you. It's just loves robbing banks, loves the thrill of it, I guess. As you do. It was the vibe, and that just seemed to be a very... And then, like, the Casey Affleck thing, I suppose, is like a Catch Me If You Can-esque.
Yeah.
I don't know. Interesting, though. I will just try not to Google, even though I really want to once again, which is always the problem with these things that I get interested in. And if that's
based everything on true stories.
Yeah, well, that is the problem. Do you reckon we're going for an Oscar nom here, considering it's his last movie?
Sure, why not? Yeah.
Well, it's always like you can go into a movie going, I'm trying to get Oscar nominated from this movie. That is a thing that people do. Like, you'll see Oscar bait movies, quote unquote Oscar bait movies that like Tom Hanks or Meryl Streep or people like that do, where it's, I mean, it's not a down point on the movie. Like, the movies are usually good or fine or great, but they're definitely made in a way to target the Academy, I feel.
Yeah.
I'm a believer of that being a real thing. This doesn't seem like an Oscar bait movie, but I feel like if it's his last movie, and he's of course the creator of Sundance Film Festival, that it's like the Academy might sway to give him a nomination at least, just straight up. Be interesting to see how it goes anyway. But double thumbs up. Really liked it. I'm intrigued. I'm interested. It won't come to my local cinema, I bet you anything, but I'm interested when it actually fucking finally comes out.